Hi guys, welcome to NLL Echoes. We're happy to have you here. It's been a long time, but finally we are back together. So today we are privileged to have our president of Ontario League, Mr. Aaron Ahichiriza, commonly known as Aroriza. Later on, you will tell us what inspired Aroriza. And of course, we have our usual suspects, Mugabe Conley CMK, Mwine Mark Guma,
Two-time coach of the season.
two-time coach of the season, so he claims. And of course, myself, Brian Bino, three-time MVP champion.
By no, we can't lie to everyone. No. By no, we cannot lie to the world. You say two-time or three-time?
Three-time champion, not
Three-time?
MVP. Three-time champion. And
That passes.
yeah, of course, and soon to be champion for the fourth time. Don't know which season. And of course, as always, we have our sponsors, Pick Shots Photography. I think the best photography company in the country right now. And Online Chupa, the guys who are giving us the drinks tonight. You can have like a small shot there. So over the years, we've had quite a number of presidents. We started with Kamsime Brian, Zibo. Then we went to Karashani Davis. Then we went to Rugwebe Noel. Then Aine Moses. And then in season, when did you take over?
13.
Season 13. We had, I think, the man who has become the most popular president that we've had as the NLL. I think we should agree on that, right?
We agree.
Aaron.
You agree?
We agree.
So Aaron, welcome. We're
Thank
happy
you.
to have you here.
I'm glad to be here too.
Personally, I would like to know what you feel about your tenure as the president of the league from the time you started 2013, 20 what? Season 13, sorry.
Yeah,
Up to now.
2023. Yeah. It's been quite interesting, really. It's running this league is not, the league is not a bed of roses, but it's definitely a good challenge to have. And NLL has great resources. It has many young guys, young and old, the old ones like you by now.
I'm not
Who are so passionate about their teams, who are so passionate about Ontario school, who are so passionate about soccer, and that makes it easy somehow to run. So one of the things when we talk about the passion, for example, is you look at NLL Echoes. A group of guys just come together, they're inspired by the league, and they decide to start up something like this. And in time, we know it's going to be a revolution. We know that other leagues are also going to copy this. That I can guarantee you. So we have people like those, and that makes it a unique league. So all I can say is that during my tenure, maybe one thing is that to be able to have inspired things like this, people starting up a podcast like this one, and then especially the ownership that now the different teams have of the league. You know, you have captains who now understand that the league belongs to them. When we came in, it was a little bit of people thought the committee is running the league, and they were a little bit hostile to the committee. But at the moment, now you find that everyone understands that they have a part to play within the league, and they are no longer hostile. They know that they also have to critique themselves. They know they have to come up with the ideas that run the league. And for me, I think that has been like our greatest triumph within this tenure. So it's coming to an end, but it's been quite an interesting one, a challenging one, but also quite insightful.
Aaron, when I finally make it and I'm there, I want to be as humble as you are. You don't want to talk about Chali? No, it was just another final for you. You do not want to tell us you now play the league in 2 different pitches? No, it's normal. Man, you don't want to talk about ginger? It's okay. When I finally make it, and to be as humble
You
as
want to be
are.
as humble, eh?
Man,
So
cross border, out of Kampala, and the guy says, "No, I'm inspired. Podcast guys coming up. We no, cut the crap. Tell us."
But you see, there is a reason why you want to make it.
So what would you want to know about Chigali, for example? Is it because at the end of the day, what made Chigali really is the fact that we are a close unit, that every team did its part. Now let me tell you a story about Chigali that made me believe so much in the guys that we have, the teams that we have. So there was a little bit of confusion as to who would attend the dinner and at what time and then where they're to be picked up from. Yeah. So communication wasn't smooth. And then we get in and we find that the president has prepared to host 1,000 people or more. And somehow we had been made to believe that we needed to have a list of only about 400 people. Yeah. So now 400 people in a room that was prepared for 1,000, of course, it doesn't look good for the host. It also doesn't look good for us anyway, as guests. Yeah. And they had already seen that a big number of guys had come in. So then at the last minute, they call me and they ask, where are these guys? Now that was president's office. And I say, but you see, you asked for a list, and we have only about 400. But also, that day it rained, and guys were tired, so it was hard for people to come in. Then they say, no, we need all your guys around. But this is last minute. The guy is supposed to come in within like 30 minutes. Then I say, I don't know whether we can make that happen within 30 minutes. They say, okay, now we are going to delay him for 1 hour. We want your guys in here. Do you know what I had to do? It was just a simple message on the captain's group telling guys that, everyone is now invited. Come, it doesn't matter whether you have your passport or your ID, we shall get you in. And that information, within about 10 minutes, it had reached everyone who was in Chigali. Now, that, to me, it's something that has been built over the years. It might look like a simple thing at that moment, but you see, to mobilize all the guys we had traveled with within the 1 hour that they talked about. And then guys came in. But also for guys to heed the communication that comes from their captains. That the president has communicated to a group of captains, the captains have communicated to their teams, and within a few minutes, everyone has come in. Because I can tell you that we didn't need that hour. Within the 30 minutes, guys had come in, they had filled the hall, and they were smart. And, there had been a little bit of pressure. Guys were saying, now, we cannot bring in the principal when the room is empty, so we are going to cancel this thing. And, we pulled it off, 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes.
In 30 minutes.
Record time.
So the 10 years of the league, it shows you that we've been building something. So you say I'm being humble, but you see I'm building upon the great works of the past presidents. And again, I think that it wasn't us doing the work, because the committee has 5 guys, really. And we've tried to create other committees. But these are still few individuals. At the end of the day, it's the teams.
It is the teams.
The teams. It's the passion. You could see the passion that guys had. And for me, that's, I think, if you asked for our greatest achievement in this term, it would be that we've managed to let everyone know that the league belongs to them. So when we came in, we had guys, coming on the group and abusing a committee, Kumanyoko committee, and it was as if committee was, and it was as if like committee was something that was. So we've demystified that the league doesn't belong to
the committee.
To the committee. The league, it's you. You bring your ideas. You choose which pitches you want to go to. You choose where you choose how you want to play, and you choose how you want the league to be. And I think for me, that's like our greatest achievement in this term. And I believe that it will go on because we've drawn out a strategic plan. And I see Macheda all the time now. Every time someone asks a question, the guy just drops it in the group, and now he says, which word is he using? He says, soccer is just a vehicle. The league is beyond all that. And that's also another guy that has actually, when we had just started, he was an unserious guy. All of a sudden,
we are talking about Macheda.
Yes.
I
was worried about him. No, I think even he himself, if you ask him, he'll tell you.
I want to request you to first be careful. When you came in, Macheda is the only person we voted for. You were unopposed.
Yes.
The other two were
just
still
goes
there.
To show you,
so you want to say that the entire league voted for an unserious person?
It just goes to show you how democracy can be an ass. Because the only person you guys voted for, well, maybe
and he
now...
had the landslide victory.
Yes, he had.
Against the Miami.
Right now he's having a landslide reformation. He has grown. When you voted him in, you guys were not serious. Unless you are looking into the future. But because right now, the guy has become very serious.
So one of the achievements of Ontario League is grooming Macheda into the man he is right now.
You could say that. And I think Abbott.
Birungi.
Yeah.
Of Vunturi. We need to say these things plus their teams.
We
attach him to the
team. Of course, we haven't helped him with the soccer. He still kicks here. But when it comes to him arranging for matches, when we did the finale in Ginger, for me, I was very worried. I was ready because, you guys were threatening to impeach us. I was ready for us to get impeached because I was worried for the committee. Hey, the day before the finale, everyone had taken item. So on the day of the finale, we couldn't see guys. But we've matured, all of us. So yeah.
I can't believe you were worried. I mean, I was there overwatching Chali every step of the way. The league was...
He was a shadow member. You need to also praise the shadow members.
Not a shadow member, the consultant.
Let's go.
This guy got a presidential award for the contribution he has made to the league.
You see,
no. On top of the two-time coach of
that award because he was making the awards.
No.
We need to be clear. We need to.
The 5 presidents made a group, and we had,
including Nofi.
Yes.
Was he there?
Yes, Nofi actually on this one also selected one person, so we had three nominees. Yeah, and Mark took it. So I had some people saying, it is Aine who pulled strings and all that. No, it was a vote by the presidents, the 5 of them, and Aine got 3. So the 2 did not exactly think he should be taking it. But you see, democracy again.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game. But
so
for me, his involvement and how he says he was watching about. What I pick is serving on that committee of Ontario League is a life sentence, not a life commitment. Whether you want or not, we shall look for you. So at times guys will complain, but Mark is not on committee. He's long gone. But you were here. We saw you. For us, we shall always come to you and be like, bro, this has gone wrong. What are you doing? Same applies to you, Mr. President. at times threaten people that your time is up. I don't know who told you.
So this is how things happen in SEC. You go there, they tell the man, Chisanja, jikwate ko. So you want to kujikwata ko in the league.
You can kneel and request. Some people have gone ahead to do that. You can also do that.
No, I will not do that. But you can be busy around that time. And we do it after football too.
But the president will, and you guys were saying that his tenure has been all plain sailing. But I remember of a certain time when he came under a lot of pressure. When he and I think it was advised by the previous committee to tear the league into two. The elders and the... I have never seen this man tremble like he did. He was there, he was scared. So they go, they make their thing, and then they are like, we are going to do what? Tear the league. What inspired that? Who came up with the idea? Why would you think that you would come and impose your things on us as the league? Meanwhile, me who is jazzing, I was behind him.
But
I
first of all,
side, but
let me first congratulate you. You're pronouncing the word right. Tear. What worried me?
So you
the first time when we started this whole thing is that everyone was using their own word. So tire, then someone says tear.
It was tearing it apart. You were tearing the league apart.
Yes. So I got to know that it was an idea whose time hadn't come, because we couldn't even pronounce it right. We couldn't even agree on how to pronounce it. Now you get it right.
And some people thought we would
There are
tire.
so many things I get right.
Yeah, that would tire. So
Only say the word.
That idea had been floating for
President. Please.
So yeah. By no, congratulations. And I know you were behind me because the tearing would have helped you to play in
in the Elders League.
In Inshera. Unfortunately, did not happen. The thing is that it wasn't my idea. It had been floating. It had been floated for quite some time, and we had come in to execute it. And I think we just did not consult enough, because we assumed that the previous committee had already done all the groundwork. So it was quite shocking that even the people we thought would be helping by tearing were actually opposing it. I think if it wasn't for the Kashoro elders, we definitely would have teared the league.
You Kashoro?
Yes.
Only?
Yeah.
Why?
You see, they are the only elders who took a side. We had Mugudu that was on the fence. We had the other elders that thought, yeah, we should tear.
And also the young elders that you had brought. The
young elders had also bought in because they could see the advantages that it would come with. But now with is it foresight? With hindsight, it's good that it did not go through. And again, it points to the triumph of democracy. So you said you saw me tremble.
The man walked out of the meeting. He came back. Okanoga. Okanoga.
But I want you to know that we actually pulled it off first time. The vote was very well organized. We won ourselves the name of mafia. They started calling us the NLL mafia and all that. The vote had been in favor of tearing. But then, the first vote. Then they said we had, we had called people. Then there was dinner, and they said we had bribed them. And then we listened to the voices of the people who were saying, the ones who were opposing it. But the main driver was Kashoro. They were saying we are elders, but we would not want to be playing with elders alone. And a few other elders also came up. And then we said, okay, now we shall put it to a vote. And so again, we might have turned a challenge into, we turned a crisis into an opportunity, because I think from that time, when we put it to a vote, it's when people realize that, hey, we can actually make decisions on our own as captains. And then they started owning the league. Now everyone, every time when decisions are controversial, they say, no, let's vote. So again, now I see it's raining. This is also controversial.
So, Mark, you were saying something about the tiering.
Yeah.
Before we were interrupted by the rain.
But how was he pronouncing it before?
Tire.
I was team tire. Now I'm team tier. Now I'm team tier. I accept. I was team tire.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
okay.
tiering-
Not for the viewers. Guys, for me, the next group I join, the next community I speak, is the word tearing or tiring. For me,
For your knowledge,
It's tiering.
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 not tiring.
And it's
Tears,
tiering.
the thing was about to bring tears, not about to tear. The thing
The
was
same
we
tears.
tire or tire.
The ones that TY had in
tear.
Chali.
We tear, not tire. So I
We
can't
tear, we tire.
just use whichever one.
Okay, guys, we tear.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
I concede we
Whatever
tear.
makes you sleep at night. So before the short interruption, our sitting president, Aaron Ururon, was here telling us about how mysteriously the tiering concept came, and he was not aware, but he was not the one who fronted it, but he was not the... I can tell you for a fact, tiering was the concept brought up at the start of last season, season 14, a concept whereby we are going to split the league into two tiers. Tier A being the elders, Tier B being the younger teams. This was brought about by, of course, inevitably, growth is inevitable.
Now you see
The level of football had gone up.
the word tire can't work.
I'm getting there.
Two tires. Two tires.
So this concept comes about, and rightfully so, about the level of play. The quality of play had improved. We were no longer one disease, once put it one season at farmers and mechanics.
With
Guys were
one-
playing against farmers and mechanics. Now people are playing
I
proper
see you.
football on a Sunday league. Yeah, so this idea comes about, and the start of the season is not even more than, he didn't mention it, but it was not even more than a week to the start of the season. Teams had already prepared. I remember the inaugural Schools Champions League had just taken place. So teams were preparing for the next season. They were hyped. Teams wanted to qualify for the Champions League. Teams wanted to be proud. And we had just had a massive finale, 12. We had massive finale in Ginger, 13. So now this concept comes on board. 1 week, no marination, no nothing. And the guys just drop it on us. Me personally, I was out of town, but that day I was going to cause havoc. I am known as a petty man in some circles. Some think I'm useful, but
I Nemo sent you transport.
petty and
You and
erratic.
Mose, you're the only two petty guys. Petty.
so that day was not a nice day. First of all, because one, it was a good thing, but two, it was rushed. And three, this is the season where our team, yes, unfortunately, the Grand Slam champions of the Inter Lions League, FC Kabali, we had come to win it. We had come with a mission to go. And now when they brought this tiering, then they brought this, I don't even know how it morphed into 60-40, maybe by now. I don't know, you can give me more light on that. I don't even know, from tiering, breaking up into two, we rounded off into...
So now, when guys realized that teams like Kabali had shopped all the
Not
players
shopped.
in the league.
People
No,
bought
teams
into
like
the vision.
Inshera.
Teams, no, we are
Inshera had like 12 Bachuba.
we are talking about Kabali. Now, Kabali had shopped everyone.
No.
So they were like, no, instead of...
By no. I play a derby with Kabali. Actually hate them. Kabali had only signed 4 players. In their defense.
No, you don't.
They had Bayern, they had Fik, they had Alelu. Who was the 4th?
There were more than 4 players.
See, the man is, he knows.
On the other hand.
He knows. He
Nshera
knows.
on the other hand.
12.
Nshera on the other hand. Hey, by the way, congratulations, Nshera. Your captain is NATO. He's not even your year. Olugai.
Olugai has been in Nshera for 5 years. He
No,
qualifies
but it
to
doesn't
be-
happen.
Yeah,
The
not
captain of that team is not there, yeah.
Anyway, we
You
are
guys
talking
are
about
special.
tiering. For you, talking about tiring. So let's continue with our discussion.
Yeah.
So 60-40 came on the day when they were supposed to vote.
Okay, let's play one league.
So after we had nauseated Aaron and his mafia of Shimba, he went, this man is very sharp. And he was like, you know what, let me also nauseate them. Because the guys who nauseated him on
On the tiering.
on the
On the tiring.
on the where Nshera, Kabali, what is like, these guys, they will not have what they want. So let's also bring another rule.
Everyone goes home not happy.
Yeah. So that's when they brought the
They not to be
60-40
feel
rule.
way. Yes.
On the day. It wasn't even in the constitution, nothing,
So
not even on the agenda.
this 60-40 rule is now season 15 and it stands to this day. It's now like 1 year old. It brought about what? You can only play 6 players of your original cohort.
Yeah, because we play 10 aside. So 6 have to be from your year. And then 4 can be from other years.
Apart from the top, the oldest 2 teams, which can do 50-50 now, or choose to merge.
That came in this season.
Yeah, that came in this season. But that season, because I think, Mark, you're getting it wrong. You see, you see, before I came in,
Before you came
one
in.
man, before I came in as president, you man.
What happened?
I know it's not
later?
good for this podcast.
We keep footballing.
Oringo
But we
is not
stick
here
to
to give you
football.
police, so we could.
Let's keep it civil. and,
Which phrase should I use? Okay.
before you arrived.
Anyways, so
Asham.
So we had discussions
Yeah.
with one man. I had not been part of the league management. I had not been in the league, like to know what was going on in the league a lot. So then one man gets to know that I intend to stand. And then we had discussions. He wanted to see whether, I think he was also gauging whether I was worthy of him standing down. One of the things we discussed was the tiering thing. And he said the league intended to tier. Was it something that I thought we could still drive? And I promised. I said we are going to drive the tiering. I believed in it. It had come in another captain's meeting that I had attended in season 12 or 13. It was because people, the young players, were
That was
regarded.
season 10. The first season we're going to Mbarara. That was Zibo who brought that up in a meeting.
And Mose also brought it at
So
some
season
point
10, before we had
when
gone
he
to
got
Mbarara.
injured.
Zibo.
When Mose got
Yeah,
injured.
comes in the brand.
Certainly not Nothi.
Yeah, but also Mose, when he got injured, because I remember him mooting it in a captain's meeting. So it wasn't like a new idea. And I thought, okay, yeah, if the young guys are coming to play with all the zeal, and the older guys are coming to just enjoy, why don't we? It would be a good idea to just let the ones who come to chill on Sundays chill, and the guys who are coming to, showcase their skills and their strength also do their thing. So I agreed to it. And it was also something that had been recommended. So it was that we were trying to execute it. So it wasn't a rushed idea. We actually also had a meeting before, in which I didn't know which guys to call for those meetings. But among those ones, there was Pedro, there was Young Elder, so guys agreed to it. Now, surprisingly, Nshera is a cancer to the league, by the way. So one man comes. These guys are a cancer.
This is not good coming from the
But
president.
surely you also shake on it. You're a cancer. So a few weeks to to the vote, to the first vote, the one that that caused guys to say we were a mafia group. One man comes and says, Nshera won't support. I say, but you guys are the ones who suggested it. You were fronted by Nshera, and Nshera had supported it. They say,
President, so you mean to tell me you sat in discussions with one man, and one man was of the view we tear the league? Wanyama Elijah.
Yes.
yes.
Then
Spino also knows it. Nshera actually wanted to tear until they got a cancerous president called Sison, who then
Nshera didn't want to tear.
The psychomotor.
please give us facts.
He didn't want to tear.
What did you want?
Actually, that time, we
In
were not
season
happy with
13.
one man and his mafia president.
So you sent one man with that proposal.
And by the way, you mentioned about becoming president. One man was supposed to stand against you. Wakati Nabusha, that man has never won any election.
No.
Let me tell you, I was with him in school at the same time. He stood for speaker, school council. Very popular man, was playing football, cricket.
was he already
I
Nyamas?
didn't have nyamas.
Did
by
he
the
have
way.
Nyamas?
He was a tiny man.
2009.
Didn't have nyamas. Bagaye was scripture union bakatutera karuru.
Bakaba Rubanga was scripture union.
They were a small group, but they were.
But he did well in Crichton House for junior house captain.
But
He
that's
came
it.
number 4. We needed 2. Even lost Kimanyweda.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
But that said, he had very good ideas for the league. Actually, I think for me, I was about to pull out.
Guys.
Oh my God.
We just can't keep doing this.
Which
with
one
married
is
men. You want to pull
a
out?
phrase that the perverted won't?
Withdraw.
Probably you're about to
Understand
withdraw.
the semantics of what you are saying. It's okay. Carry on.
Okay, so I was about to stand down for him because he had very good ideas for the league, definitely. Except he
For the election.
we in the end agreed that that at that point in time maybe someone more mature could drive the league at that point in time, drive it in the right direction. So I think we also have him to thank for my presidency, because then after that he supported and he's been supportive all through. Except on that tearing thing, I was very shocked when then the man came and switched and said, and then in every vote I would see Nshera voting against, and I would be like, but these ones are by you die. So yeah, so that's what it was. Mark, it wasn't a rushed decision, except after then finding out that it was controversial. We said, okay, can we turn it into a win of sorts? So the 60-40 comes in, and then guys are plotting behind the lines. We already know that the tiering vote is going to be lost, but can the 60-40, it's also an idea that had been mooted before. Guys wanted it, but how to bring it in the league and it gains acceptance was also hard. But now, because all guys were focused on the tiering, the 60-40 was somehow, a small thing. It became a small thing, and it passed.
President, I won't lie to you, 60-40. Beyond a few things, there are a few key moments that have shaped the league over its past 15 seasons. 60-40 has been the one that has brought the one thing the league lacked from the earlier seasons, when some of us, we joined in and we came in with this mindset to win it all. It's brought an identity to each and every cohort. Each and every cohort has an identity.
That's true.
Whoever came up with that idea, whether it was a double crossing of one man, if it was an idea from the elders or whatever, the league is it's in a healthy position where it is right now, because you have your identity, you have your 60%, you have to look for 6 players on a Sunday. However good your 40% players are, you have to have 6 players. 4 players, you have to make up a team. If you don't
have you.
Yeah, they have to have you. And we've seen very many. Actually, last season, there are so many players that came into the league. This is another success, by the way.
Best friend
Chris, we have a legend of Nshera, a centre back of the season. Chris, one name, not known. He had never stepped anywhere in Intare circles. Once he had 60-40, he
was
said,
in Agro.
"No, this is my time. This is my time." They have another guy this season.
you
I think
remember
I've seen
him
him.
very well.
Yeah, I've seen
What's
that
that
guy.
guy's name?
Who?
The guy who...
That old guy
No, look.
in
Fahad.
defense.
Hey.
But
Those
that
are
guy is
people you
better.
never see. The keeper of Kajogo. What's his name?
Sunday.
Sunday.
But Sunday has been around.
No, seasons before, he wasn't playing like as frequently as
Everyone
he does.
can't believe Sunday is Kajogo for a fact.
Because he looks young.
We've came back from Mugudu.
Where is that brother this season?
He's coming.
Even Lincoln for Abashwechi.
All the games.
Hey,
So of course, with that also came with the mergers now for this season. Bon-Fubs. First of all, I'm so pissed at this team. I don't even want to call it Bon-Fubs. You people, can't you come up with one name? Bonsheka Fubs. What's that? You don't have any creative minds. At least I know Albert Ahawe. He's a creative man. He should give you a name.
But we have
For all his words.
teams in the English Premiership that still have two names. You know many of them. You might give me an example.
Please, your more knowledge.
Man thinks Nottingham Forest.
Hey, Nottingham Forest. Hey,
what do you mean? Not even a
Brighton
combination
and-
of what and what?
Hove.
And
Brighton and Hove.
there is
But
also
those are-
that one. I do not care what combination it is. Now this one is a combination of
President
Bonshe
has lied
and
to us
is it?
because he's older than us.
What is it?
So we have to accept.
Yeah, okay.
No, but
But
I
it's
know
okay.
this would be my opinion.
Your lack of
From Bonshe.
your lack of creativity should not be an inconvenience to
By
us.
the way, we have very creative guys. Have you seen this Rasta man?
Mage.
Mage.
Tarem Wamak.
Bino.
That time Modom, that time Captain, that time
I
item.
appreciate Mage. But from Team Bonshe, all Kafubs gets in the merger is yourself. Couldn't the merger be Bonshe, Aaron? Sorry. And guys, I do not care. I'm running rather very old, but it's no issue. If you make a mistake and you need to fall in love and you need to get married, pick shots will be your best photography option. At times, go online. I see the pictures they shoot. I see their videography, and I'm like, pick shots.
They're out of this world.
I'm at times tempted. Nashwera nimumpa discount. Okay, I hate marriage, but I'm like, if I got married, pick shots no basa kuntera usha. So thank you, pick shots. Thank you, online chupa, because you do this every other time we're shooting.
Have you seen those match day
I
reels?
appreciate.
Every match day that comes out, you look at a match day and you're like,
hold on.
how does someone spend their whole day about 8-9 hours? Bring it close
But he
into
also plays
and tell a
ball.
story.
They also play ball.
He.
He.
Pick shots is an individual.
Leta mukama mache because we don't want you to just allege.
Recently, he partnered with Derek Andrew, the coach who played 4-4-2 in a league of 10-a-side. The season has started. Season 15. New teams have come on board. Shaza, Kashani, very young boys. I don't think any of us here were at the same time with them in Intare.
These are the COVID guys, the guys who studied in COVID.
No, in COVID, they're in senior one.
Yes,
You guys are lying. No.
They come on, and
Senior
then
four is okay.
we have teams like Shimba that retired, then Ebichunchu retired, then Bonshe and Kafubs joined themselves. So we have 4 games into the season.
Hyphen Kafubs.
Hyphen.
He sat down in a meeting, a cohort.
Imagining a
How creative is that? You know,
Creative
like,
at all.
There's
My
no
friend.
creativity in
No.
that.
my
Bonshom
friend,
Kafubzi.
simplicity. You know,
My lord.
the problem with you young guys now, you think that for you to be creative, you
boss,
must
boss.
create something
I'm
very
37.
sophisticated.
Call me young again.
Conley, you were telling us how
37. Call me young again. How old are you?
Definitely young, definitely young.
Only you're
We are not in
37.
the same league. Ogayo go
And you're older.
and in Sianga
manyawe wakashoma bakuziri.
hardships. So you were telling us how you thought these guys of Bonshe named their team
After the legendary teacher.
after the legendary teacher, only to find out that he was their
In
classmate.
fact,
Their class,
they were classmates with Bon-Fubs.
and how did you get to discover that?
How I come to learn is someone tells me that Bon-Fubs was in shorts. And I was shocked because Bon-Fubs, whether they are shorts or trousers, they'll be trousers.
Yeah, man.
Of course, it was kuchikatinga we.
So guys, because you have to respect our teacher. So, season just started. The new teams, the vibrant. We have to give credit to Enshaza and Kashani for the vibe, the
Vibe.
Say
young
Enshaza
boys.
once more. Say Enshaza once more.
Enshaza.
This guy is keep me smart.
Those boys are quite something, eh?
Now, when I
The boy tells you he was born in 2005. Konla Karium S4.
Arikuteganisa Bon-Fubs.
And they have brought
classmate.
they've brought so many young ladies to the league. Mark
And
Wotashwile,
beautiful.
beautiful young ladies. They are classmates and number mates.
Beautiful.
Our
This is for you.
our time we had number mates, right? I don't know if they still have that thing right now.
I know, man.
Yeah, so we want to thank them for really. But the football is still lacking, especially for Kashani.
Asa bintu yo chiri cha Sarodo. The guy should maybe go to
He's a rugby
go
player.
back to rugby.
He's a
Akaambia akanjira he would play rugby ngwakana na school team ya soccer.
That,
no, no,
that
but the guy has
boy
no
is my brother. He was never on the school team for soccer. He was on the school team as
brother
captain.
Wong. Brother Wong. It explains.
Sarodo.
Brother Wong.
Yeah, you look so like, you look so like
Now playing under sailors.
We can't tell you apart.
But he's a hard rugby player.
Okay.
during
The
our
guy
game.
under 10
Konga football soft.
is a 10 over 10.
During our game, Kashani and Shera, where we hammered them 3-0, these young boys. Welcomed them to the league. So I was on the touchline and the TY boys, what's his name? Jose's brother, Sam and Nick. They are in Kashani. That's their original year. So we're there with them. So they got a chance. Rodney yagusuba gwa murabo. Yagusuba gwa kabiri. Bajangu he tried to control the ball. So the next time the ball comes to him, he controls it and asa Rodney mpiro omutogwine konka jere. Who was that? Sam. Ogogo and Sam. I will not say the man may chase them from the team. So yeah, the young teams, how have you found them? How have you found the young teams?
The young teams, they are breathing. They are a
breath of fresh air.
Linda okache. Ogogo online chupa. But they are a breath of fresh air to the league. They've come with a lot of vibe. It's what we needed. It's what the league needed. But also, maybe before we go to that, I don't know. You see, Magum has been keeping tabs on our socials. And I think when we came in, when I checked, on Twitter we had about 7,000 followers.
6,581.
Bro.
The man
On the day you became president.
the man is an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
It has doubled. That number has doubled.
Are we okay?
Yeah.
We
No, we have
okay.
company. Online chupa is
We shall be okay. We shall be okay.
understandable.
That number has more than doubled, or at least doubled. And I have a feeling it has a lot to do with also the young guys that are coming in. Of course, it has a lot to do with the Chali trip. These young boys.
The biggest thing is the biggest thing that we did were the two finales we played at Inter School, season 10, season 12. When these boys
Both
were in
won
school,
by. You're putting on the jersey.
No.
You can say it's okay. Both won
Inshira
by
FC.
Inshira.
You guys,
both won by
how I
Inshira.
feel that I'm old. About was at Intare then. About today is old.
That was during
But one
Russian
2 years
region.
back to back cross country.
And cross country was clear.
16
The
kilometers.
winner of cross country is the eldest in school. Nyiruka Kachuma Ivan akajisingaho. Kachuma was old.
Okashika chumito tukamusigayo. Okamushanga.
Akasigaye Kachuma. Kandi ukuzeyo Mungereza kariyo. Was Munge there.
Nanabi nashangireyo.
You guys.
Nanabi
So,
nashangireyo.
Aaron, you're telling us that when you were in Intare, Mungereza was not there.
And even the guys we found there, they didn't find them there. They didn't.
So the question goes to you people, our viewers. How old is Munge?
Mungereza wajamwiji.
Echecho chao.
What I remember, one time I was talking to Jamaica of
Yes, we found him in
Abazibo.
senior 4.
You found him in senior
Jamaica.
4. Jamaica and Bruno and Benzo. None of them found Munge.
Abotin kumanya.
None of them.
Bruno.
What I know is that I think Benzo is that
Bruno and
they found him in
Benzo,
senior
those
6.
ones I don't know. But definitely Jamaica. Atarashangire Mungi. Kana Jamaica no tumuto.
Benzo told us he found Munge in S6. Benzo finished senior 6 in what? 92 or 93?
83.
83.
No.
Definitely
no.
This guy is right because he had an uncle there.
But that,
Ntare Mwine.
Ntare Gumambaho Mwine. No.
Ntare Gumambaho Mwine.
He's not
He should have been with them.
affiliate.
He's younger.
the uncle was in our year.
Yeah.
So it would be right to say Ogunumutabano.
So the mere fact that such old men are playing with young, vibrant boys
studied in
and
COVID.
girls who studied. They were in Intare.
2020, 2019.
They were in high
Tiering
school
should
in
have
2021,
robbed us of
23.
this.
They were fun.
It was so risky.
You remember those
Could have
photos
robbed us.
when you guys were walking out of the to the pitch,
Yeah, to win.
and you had about 100 fans behind you. I think OP was your captain. Right now is in Team Machando. I don't know how you feel about that.
Oringo Peter no what team which?
OP.
In which year does he join Inter School?
But why are you so interested in Oringo Peter? Ni manyangu no ende chipori cheye, but surely. Now before that, I think Guma was telling us about how the numbers grew, because that's an interesting thing, and we need to catch up on
Yeah.
it.
For a fact, we went to Intare 2000. No, season 10. Advanced team. I think I've always been on the advanced teams.
19.
It was before COVID, yes? Yes, it
19.
was before season 11. Season 11 is COVID season.
should
because
be
we played it
19.
in about 3 years, season 11. So
should be
season 10, I
19.
go advanced team with Nwajira. We go to school. Most of the players you see today ruling this league, people who are there causing havoc in this league, they got their inspiration to play their football and to do all this when they saw the magic of the league that happened that night in that's 2019, yes.
Yeah.
Then we went back season 12 and Shera again won it. That was one of the best finals I've watched because we played on it was literally not grass, but
Watching Marvin Oshaba in goal or the penalties.
so many legends were built from back then. So many legends were built from back then. But most of these kids, I will tell you for a fact, if you get the last two young teams and add on the third youngest team, which is Kasasi. After Kasasi, I think you get Nturi.
Kasasi.
Not inside.
No. Ensai is older because when I was in S6 in 2012,
Now let me tell you how they
Ensai
go.
was in S1.
You want to start from which year going down? Me, I know.
I was in S6 2012.
From
now you was
Kalere,
you know
from Kalere, you go to Jablani. From Jablani, you go to Ensai. From Ensai, you go to Nturi. From Nturi, you go to Kasasi. From Kasasi, you go to Kashani. From Kashani, you go to Enshaza.
Yes, but 2019, all those
started
teams.
in the Nturi.
Last weekend. Kasasi.
Of the teams we have currently, of the youngest teams we have,
Those are the youngest.
all those guys watched us play finale. We were old boys. We have
They didn't watch you. They watched in Shera.
They watched you score a winning penalty.
Yeah.
A winning penalty, and you just put it there and you
Mr.
did the
Inspiration,
celebration.
Of course.
Now look at you.
Thank you.
Eh?
But now they come, they see you not playing, they see as an
normal.
ultra.
They don't even
Him
see
not
you.
playing is okay, but him telling everyone he's 28 is the problem.
But him not playing when Munge, who we don't know when he left Intare, by the way. No one knows. No one in the league knows which year he was at
20,
Intare. But the man is still playing.
Did you watch Munge play football at Intare?
When I was
It is
in
for the
like
hands.
P3, yeah. We used to go and watch a light-skinned defender. He was a prolific player, that one. But you see, he's still playing. And that's amazing. Maybe the man is a vampire, eh?
And the shock is, Mungereza of Abazibu still can compete at the top.
That's
But Bonshe chooses to chicken out
And merge.
and opt for a merger.
So our merging was
With
not
Bon-Fubs.
chickening out. When we joined the league in 2014, season 2, so we come on the first day, and we have our core Bonshe.
Okay.
And we are there warming up. Meanwhile, we don't have a serious jersey, so some of us are in Tukatu Davis, the Karashan. Then we see very smart boys. Bakabi in a Arua Park jersey, but they looked very smart.
You want to break the pattern?
No, this one is very decent. Hati, by then, was still a very slim guy.
2014.
2014.
He was working
So
in
the
Crane
Shera
Bank.
guys,
Crane Bank.
the Shera guys,
President, Crane Bank 2014.
Not
That's
like
where he was an officer there. I met the guy one time, suit and tie.
Now defunct.
no, these guys were still at campus.
Green Bank.
No, we finished campus in 2014.
Hey.
But he,
Graduated in 2015.
through connects, he already had
Okay.
the job.
Okay.
But
So
when he already had the job. That's all.
Nippo baby.
And he led Green Bank
Hey.
to its failure.
Bro,
Hapana.
we're serious.
We don't know that, but serious. So these guys looked fit. Had one man, Nyamas. My friend, the guy was all thin. The guys were warming up. There were like 20 of them. Twarebwa guy. Haza bukabuturaba. By pensioners. Today we shall beat you.
But that's very true. I remember this.
Hey, hati twajira. Tukatwine Bonshe. Then there was another team. Hati niyeje aba Mage. The Mages are 1 year below us. Hati bombo bebe jaze. Nabo bariyo mba warming. Konga nabo batakushika twaja, but these guys surely kabaza kutera munonga. So we decide there and then twajira ngwa mwije tuzane nimo.
Bonshe
so
from
we merged.
inception nato.
Yone nato. Konka na niyokorije kukura. Na niyokorije kukura.
Anje barani.
Bonshe has 3 years. 3 years.
So right
The
from
year of
inception.
the Mages, the year of the Ondekos. I think that's a different year. And the Nestars.
Mage is the same with Ondeko
Then the Nestars.
and Nesta. Those were-
Manyogwa they are ahead of
then there is Awaya, then there is
the
the year of Darius. Darius.
But
Mwamba.
Darius is like
Ogwino man
62
and
years
Tarum
old.
senior 5.
Darius has 7 kids. One of them is in Kashani, another one in Enshaza, another one is in
Those are the
S5.
kids.
Of
S5.
course, we might not be talking about the same Darius, but
Dario,
Eh,
Dario, let me tell you, those kids are already in the league. Bamutera takoja watabanu wanje yakunye banoshwa.
now, so right from inception,
So-
we were 3 years. Haza ababana twa they was they
Ababana is important.
abab bajang pensioners.
I'm a child,
So
I'm a child.
on that first day, in their first game, by the way, in Intare Lions League, they lost to pensioners.
In a Dortmund jersey.
They were in a Dortmund.
Mark was our latest
Jersey?
signing.
I was there, Chuban that day.
There was a Chuba.
Weren't you like in senior forward?
It was a 0-0.
That was first year.
But 0-0, but you lost on
First year, second
penalties.
semester.
No, but you know, back then, games.
In a draw, had to go to penalties.
Yes, and if you had penalties against Bon-Fubs, that was considered
done.
a loss for you already. So these guys lost to pensioners. So the merging thing now is not new to Bon-Fubs. We look forward always, and that's how we've survived in this league. So last season we had already figured that it was getting harder and harder for us to raise numbers, but also to keep up with the young boys. Some of these are fit to be our sons, and we have to run a yes, my friend, because you see, we are over 20 years older than the Kashani guys and
That's
the
true.
Shaza guys.
That's very true.
Why not?
Kaza aha 20 years manya. No wasako wajizire na nabataba.
Why not call it Bon-Fubs Aaron? Kafubs Mukajiwa. All Kafubs got was Aaron. Mage was good. He was there for the photo shoot and the launch. But all Kafubs got was you.
Your team is going to face Bon-Fubs.
And they will suffer.
No, ija kubitebi.
So guys, guys, the season started already. We are now 4 games into the the new season. The table toppers are, is it Kalele? Kalele are topping the table. Then NSA, they're all. Who has impressed you, and who has disappointed? I'll start with Mark. So far.
Season 15. I can start with. It's been a beautiful season. You can say only 4 game weeks, but I feel like a lot has happened.
You start.
If I'm to say the team that has impressed me the most,
It has to be Kabali.
no. The team that has impressed me the most is Team Enshaza. You know why? This is your debut season in the entire Lions League. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're pulling off,
To the badge.
this team has played beautiful football. They have given us iconic celebrations. You saw game week 1 against Mungi, and I saw you by sliding on the touchline when Mungi was scored the 6th goal of 7.
And they pulled the highest numbers.
3 goalkeepers. Each goalkeeper.
Keeper was given 2 goals.
Akateka pia na Bruno.
About pulling the highest numbers.
Enshaza,
Pulling the highest numbers.
their crowd is quality. They have a flag. They have everything.
Thank you.
They have wags. They have everything. But beyond that, a special shout out goes to Team Enshaka last season. And I think even episode 1 or 2 we talked about them. They lost. They were at the bottom of the table for about 14 of the 21 game weeks.
Until this year.
Then when they started their Enshaka, when they started this year,
They
were unbeaten. They were on an unbeaten run. Now they haven't conceded a goal in 4. So that is beautiful. My disappointment this season,
So far. It's not the whole season. So far in 4 games.
my disappointment has to be Machando. Machando comes in, season out, flatters to deceive. They just come making a lot of noise,
Have 1
wasting
loss
time.
out of 4.
Yeah, but it was pivotal because now they can't talk. Now if you can't talk, what are you going to do?
If you can't talk, you can't can.
30% of a football game is won by mentality or by the fear factor that comes into a game, particularly for a Sunday league. I don't think teams are going to fear them this season, but can carry on.
Conley. Who has impressed you? Who has disappointed
What was the
you?
question again?
Who has impressed you this season? Who has disappointed
I
you?
am disappointed that Big Shots goes to Fort Portal with Romfield from Jabulani and they allow them to go to Kalele.
Oh.
Kalele with Romfield, they can do anything.
So you disappointed who now?
Big Shots.
Oh.
Either let the boy
Who is Big Shots?
let
Why
the
disappointed him?
let the boy stay at Jabulani or bring them to Abashwechi. If you can't, Shanumuri Gatazana.
Preach feeders, like
Preach feeders,
like Moses and his Chandos
you get
bulls.
it? So my disappointment is abashweki. They had the opportunity. Bakatujangugaya akamugira ngu noza kutemba benzi ninga bus. The boy boarded the bus. They go to Baranko and Baranko ninga Baranko. I don't know them. I'll learn about them maybe in future.
Tia tire. Hey.
But for me, this boy, Romfield, determines the league. If you allow them to leave Jabulani and go to Kalele, it's gone.
Is he your MVP this season so far?
No, not so far. Let's talk in photo.
Okay. And then who has impressed you?
Who has impressed me? Kalele.
For signing Romfield. So, Conley, you're done with your teams. President Aaron, tell us your disappointments and the guys who have impressed you this season. So far in 4 games.
I've started with the shining lights, as Maguma calls them. I think for me it's the 2 youngest teams, Kashani and Enshaza.
My team.
Yeah, those boys, they are quite
and
something.
Girls. There are girls in there.
And girls, I'm yet to see the girls. Of course, for you're already seeing and probably doing more than seeing. I've seen the boys. They are quite something. They are what the league needed. They've come with a lot of passion. They've come with a lot of. They give the league hope. Now we can actually say that we know that the league is going to transcend beyond the generation that started here, because I do not see any way that this kind of boys can let the league die. And they also have this kind of organization within their teams that gives a lot of hope. They are very well organized, very well structured. They can mobilize money. Most of the older teams were still complaining about league fees, and they thought we were going to do the same as we did last season, and they are complaining about 3.7 or whatever.
Some small money.
Some small monies.
It was
2.3 for the record. 3.7.
And these guys came and deposited, and they said we want to be in the league, so we are depositing what we have collected. And for me, I think that impressed me so much. Of course, Enshaza has been doing well on pitch also. Kashani is talking a lot off pitch. They have vibe and they have one win.
Sarodo.
Yeah, Sarodo. So
they beat Sianga.
The Enshaza record is still going to stand. 14 games. In Shaka, yes. It's still going to stand.
14 games, no point.
No point. 14 games, no win. And yeah. But when it comes to soccer, I think for now, Kalele is it's doing quite well, and they did the right signings. So we can only hope that they keep it up. Of course, Bon-Fubs faces them next. We are 2-time champions.
Bon-Fubs, my friend. You're in Maja.
Oh yeah, Bon-Fubs.
Bon-Fubs.
We are 2-time champions. Bon-Fubs. There is one man who said it is good Kafubs.
Because Bon is good.
Bon is good.
French.
Bon is good.
Good luck.
The disappointment. I've not exactly seen disappointments.
You have one.
Yeah. Of course. It's been maybe not exactly teams. It's the guys who come and they are playing so rough. It's as if they don't look at it as a Sunday league. You're doing 2-legged lunges and you could break people's legs.
Let me help you give it context. Nshera have a NATO to even play with us. Bright played with us. Bright. He's signed to play against Weras.
He also played against Omujuma, played against Kashani, played against.
But no, you're not on the defense.
No, but
He picks it up.
Bright is a clean player. Aaron's point is about players who are coming dirty.
Yes.
And no.
A guy is not even in your year.
I think,
and they have to play well.
the time of the tier, the time of
brother
the
from Chapa.
Okay, but when it comes to teams,
By no mamas and a rough
I think-
Zumbia Kati.
I think when the league was starting, Munge promised a lot. So I had a lot of hope in Abaziwa. And then they come in the first game and then they are walloped. They come in the second one and then they are walloped.
Why?
And I think in the third one, the man did some crazy signings. And only drew
Against the champions, unbeaten champions of last season.
Invisibles.
Invisible.
Fellow
Invisible. How are you?
Invisibles, yes.
Good to
Just
see
to give you a point, since you came into this league, to show how much of a cancer in Chali FC is, Chali hasn't lost a game since you became president.
I think I'm just a good luck charm for them. Wait.
And the man has been president for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait
Who is that
when I
team?
step down. They start being beaten.
So those are, so you don't have any disappointment?
No, disappointments. It's the guys who come and they don't understand what the league is all about, and
I
you know
think we need to do more sensitization.
that's
But who are you guys? Who are you guys? Who are your picks for the season? We're 4 games in.
Of
Speak
course,
us by
I
your mouth.
agree with you guys on most of the points.
That Chali is a cancer.
No.
You
They-
cannot
they-
have
they-
NATO.
The guys who
for
have really impressed us, Kashani and Shaza.
Thank you. And
Together
Shaza.
with Weras
is important.
and the young ladies they've brought on.
yes.
Unanimously, we all agree.
Whereas, yeah.
There's a certain photo that really does
Did
me
not mention. You don't need to.
They have brought those youngins to the league. And for us,
Very talented footballers.
and they were Ules. We are really happy that they are around.
You are 20.
Yeah, so I'm impressed by those guys. Then the other team that has impressed me is of course Kalere. Kalere last season were beans. But this
Baga
season,
wali omujuma.
I'm not talking about football, by the way. Baka bali omujuma ne bakwita.
Tuzo
Never say
beans.
that. Emma can kill you. Ooh. Kalere has done something for the league in terms of branding, marketing. They are streaming games online within their resources. Yes. They are bringing all these the Mathakes, the what. They have like 3 jerseys already out, or others are coming. So Kalele is really investing in their team and in the league. They're trying to put the league out there, and it's something that is impressive. So we have to give them that. And to make matters even better for them, they are performing on pitch.
So who are the
Recently, they hammered Machando. I shouldn't go there. I stop. Yes.
In the second half.
It doesn't matter. So they are doing off pitch and on pitch. So they are doing really well.
And they managed to discipline their guys. The guys of the coup d'etat
Yes,
now are
yes,
there holding cameras and filming. And the dictator
Film
captain is doing his job on pitch.
The
So
captain
I
is
think
still
now
a dictator. He's still a dictator. He
So
still
there's
has the
peace-
armband.
So there's peace in the team.
Hema. Meanwhile, Mukama Emma is he's Kim Jong Pukama.
Pukama, that.
Putin. Pukama. He now even changed his name from that to Mukama Wesente Emma because he had 30 million.
Nabwenu kwa kwayeta manyi. Mukama wesente M.
Who is his employer?
Millions.
We may not know, but let's
Someone gives him that millions.
The guys have been disappointed in the older teams. And I will start from Chali. I don't want to say Machando because whenever I say Machando, guys think I'm hating. So Chali, the Mugudus, they need to add more vibe to the league because we cannot move from the years of Kashoro, Kafubs, Bonshe, Abazibu, and then we drop to the much younger teams. You get what I'm saying? Where is Kachanchali in all this? They are not there.
A bit lost.
They are a bit lost. Those are the guys that keep disappointing me. Season in, season out. Yeah.
Keeps coming through with some judges.
Kajogo is on and off. So my brothers off.
But what's your opinion on the jerseys that he gets from underwater?
They are
If I
bogus.
speak, I'm in trouble. But let's just think them.
So my Kachanchali brothers, you have some vibrant members. The Seruos, the
Joji.
Joji, Moviru comes once in a while. You need to put more in the league. And they have the incomes. When we had the captain's meeting, Mubumba was there making so much noise. But this season, I've not seen him at the pitch.
You're right.
These
A lot
guys
of
need
noise.
to,
No.
they are so disappointed.
Mambe Josh no
It's not a thing of funds. They have funds. It's not about. They need to mobilize themselves because our future presidents are in there. So those are the disappointments.
Sometimes, by no, on that point, I want to tell you the fact. The fact of the matter is, some of us as teams and all of us, every team has its pros and cons. Teams are burdened. Sometimes you will find in a cohort like them, maybe you've singled them out. They have 3 or 4 quality members who provide genuine value. I can name 50 memes Sero has provided. I was on the end of them last season. I think I faced Omjuma this weekend. Seasons like 2 or 3 seasons back, he gave us some very quality memes. He's a quality member of the team. But the point of the matter is, there are teams in the league whereby they just, either they don't get it or they need an education. I don't know how to come in between, but I think it comes about by the beauty of the league in that for whatever kind of ideas you have to work with the people in your ear. It's like a team. It's like at work. It's like anything. You have to work with your resources. And
earlier on, we were talking about guys who are like, man, you play Kachanchali. There are guys you see on pitch, but you never see them outside the pitch. Like after the game.
But what do you mean?
They are servers.
No. But these
You've
guys
never
have
seen Kabanda,
one man,
who-
one poke drive and
one poke.
Actually, another vibrant guy. Another vibrant guy is Alan.
is a good brother.
Alano
Yeah,
Council.
Alano is very good. He comes
So
with
Alano, Seruo, Raymond Freedom comes once in a while. Please talk to your guys. Let them be part of the league. So guys, another thing. Jerseys for this season. Some new teams have brought on new kids. I am putting on one of the best masterpieces that have ever been made ever since entire league was.
And the reveal was quite something.
Wow.
Forget about the jersey, but-
The works that were in there, I wish I could name
And the
them,
concept
but I can't.
was top notch.
Did you see my
was-
boy Kanados in the video?
Did you see-
Polishing a car shoe. It had nothing to do with anything like launching it. The man was polishing all like, no, Kanados, my boy. I know you're here to, but you should show and then you show. Kanados.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a privilege
Fise dear,
to
fise.
be in the league for some good time. I've not seen a team come so hard like Shaza. Bagay Shaza Kijizri. Shaza was hard. Shaza was hard. Shaza was
Let it
hard.
be known.
It's not fair.
This kit didn't have a launch.
I know
We
it
just
had.
woke up to
Yeah,
week
Shaza.
one.
It had.
Shaza.
It had. Where they did the launch, I was present, and they.
You are
President.
Mr. President, sir.
Okay, they never published the launch.
They never published.
What do you mean no launch? These guys did a photo shoot. They never published.
Kashani.
Beautiful kit.
They have a video.
Yes.
That is my
Beautiful
kit of the
kit.
season.
Yeah.
That is my kit of the season.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will
Beautiful.
tell you.
If only they
That's
could
a
also do a little bit more of training, soccer. So that's what they do off pitch.
You
They
are going
also
to
are
face
doing
them.
on pitch.
You are going to face them with your Bon-Fubs.
Sarado.
Which other team? Which other team has launched this season?
Baino.
Which other team has launched?
We have Kajogo launched some beautiful white kit this past weekend. Very beautiful. Let me see which other teams launched.
Why do you want to look out for the
Kuku.
other teams?
Our Kashoro brothers.
By the way, let me tell you,
know,
whatever
some
you
loop.
guys do,
Some
now you thought you have a mafia. Kajogo, Kashoro have a mafia. They have a kit named Yokuku.
But what's your kuku?
That chicken thing.
I think,
Okay.
I think that guy
They are going to win kit of the
has
season.
sponsored. Which team is this? Air Titus.
Nshaka.
Ishaka. Same kit.
Nshaka is
The Royco guys.
Nshaka is Avak, my brother.
There's an idea around Royco. Red, yellow, green.
But where is the Chisianga kit?
There's a kushohora.
but Chisianga released the hardest
Look out
merchandise we all accepted here as episode 1.
Tell them about
The one
it.
The
Sugar
hardest
was-
merchandise for Chisianga.
So
Did you support them? Did you buy?
I have a feeling
at 80 bob, man.
the season is
80 bob for
the season is still young, so teams are going to launch.
Konkana mugudu ekareta yellow yabo. I was worried for them. Tuliruzira. They are coming in yellow. They looked like the same guys we were. And you see, they are the same size. That's the one in Kacha Road. I was very worried. So, actually, that first night, I got a call in the night. The first time we played Luzira. So I get a call from from one of the commissioners by Luzira. Ati manyanti mugudu baba kwatira iwe. But anyway, so the guy was saying that our guys had overstayed in the prison's premises and they needed to leave.
Not
It
knowing
was
that
such
was-
a relief to me because yogani mangu mugudu baji kwatira iwe. But they are just they are kit. What's your?
It's a kit.
The
But
kit
so far-
from Gudu is yellow in color.
It's a good kit.
It has black in it.
So far,
And it's a beautiful kit.
the best kits
Mugamba.
Abashwechi kit that the supermodel is putting on right
you're
now.
passing you things.
Abashwechi kit.
Kashani.
Yeah, Kashani kit.
This thing.
Guys, don't forget.
Guys, look at this.
Don't forget. Chitakuteganisa. By God.
Hey, they
Kasasi.
came back.
Kasasi, whoever made that kit, please arrest him or her. Throw away the keys. Tinkare bagaja zembinkeri.
I think they were going for a reactionary kit, a kit that is just going to. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what they were going
It
for.
was a reactionary. Chikabateganisa, they reacted.
But the thing we have
Wow.
to say about the Enshaza kit is the fact that they didn't even, it wasn't even custom made. So these kids, don't laugh. So they were creative enough. Manyo bakangambira. No. I want to tell you that the guys worked within their means and resources and still came up with something that was close to their concept. So sometimes you do not need to try so hard and you don't need a lot of money. That the guys went on the market and looked for.
So you mean these are supposed to be peas?
No Shazo.
No
Hey,
Shazo.
these are peas.
Hey.
These are peas.
Bruh.
These are peas. These are peas. And
Online Chupa. Online Chupa is owned by one of our OBs from Kalele. It's called Kachai.
Yeah, that's his birth name on his
That
certificate.
is his name. Kachai, we appreciate what you do for us. Please keep it going. And of course, the guy is on the camera. Big Shots Photography.
If you made a mistake to
Kongano
fall in love
Shoyari
and you want to
Arba,
get married,
Big shots is available.
give you
I
the
paid the
very
deposit.
best.
The women's are available.
Omuchara
So by
owafunire.
now, why like
No,
this?
no, no. You planned before.
And the
No,
women's
for by no
And
myself.
it's affordable. You can pay in installments before, not after. Aaron, Ahichiriza,
Aroriza.
Urun.
is an architect by profession. Not so.
That's true.
He's a brother. He's a friend.
He's an uncle.
He's an uncle. He's a father.
Yeah.
He's a husband. And he's a
Another
president.
The entire Lions League.
So, briefly, in 3 words, 3 or 4 minutes, tell us how you manage to balance all the things I've talked about as an elder of the league, because you represent a certain class of people who are in the league. They are professionals, they are fathers, they are what? They come to the league, they see all these things that happen. The youngins, I don't want to go very far because you may not go home. Tell us
I think the league can be hard to
how you
run.
manage to balance all
Yeah.
these things.
The
You're
league
also
can-
an employer.
Yeah. I employ some of the stubborn boys within the league also. I think the league can be easy to run or very hard, but you see, it has people who come up with ideas and are willing to execute them. People like the ones running the NLL Echoes. And I think as long as you let them do their thing and support them from the sidelines, it's the same that we do with the committees. So for the league, it's quite easy. And from there on, the balancing becomes easy. But I would like to appreciate NLL Echoes and all the other guys and all the other guys that are coming up with ideas that are ideas around the league, that we encourage that we appreciate that fact, and that's the way to go. And I don't know in which words I can put it, but it's what makes the league. It's what makes entire league unique. That passion, that drive, that umsai, and we hope it keeps going.
But I need to know, and thank you, President. By the way, I've had a good time under you because, hey, So, President, I need to ask. 4 games in, Bon-Fubs, like 6 goals scored, right? If you conceded, I need to know, you as you, beyond the presidential thing, you're known for one skill set in the league. You're the master of the back volley. You have 95 back volleys attempted, 0 going in, 0 have
0 converted.
I need to know this season, of all the teams left to face, which 3 teams do you believe? In those 3, it has to go in, the back volley.
One is that
I know.
I think those 3, Kalele is a top contender, and there is Nshera, and there is TY, because that volley, once it goes in, it has to be against a team that it has to be against a good team, because the volley also has to be up there, a premium volley. So those are the 3 that I'm looking forward to. And then I can retire. Yes. Nuzo ndio I'm looking forward kuziteba.
Eha.
Okay.
Karere,
TY.
Bitio no manya volley
Sure.
against all guy.
To
You
be a
become
nice one.
MVP.
Now that we're already in the prediction game, guys, quickly, predictions for finale. Who do you
Kalere
think will make
TY
it to
for
the
me
final?
again.
Kalere TY in the final? Nshera yako maishi.
Nshera, surely
Old news.
they should rest.
Okay. Conley. Finale
Chisianga,
fought.
Chisianga, Kalele in the final.
Which final?
Fort Portal.
Okay.
My honest opinion, Nshaka, FC Kabali.
Yagwenshaka. Gaya Gwenshaka.
I've said it here. What is Sabali?
Yourself, sir.
Is Sarodo playing the season 15 final?
Absent.
Unless Shania rugby. We have a rugby.
Sarodo. He was there. Sarodo will have like 1 goal the entire season. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys. Top scorers. Before you come to me. Top scorer for this season?
Romfield, and I think there
Oh,
is a
don't
good
add
chance
anything,
Emma
let's
is
go.
going to be a top assistant.
A playmaker.
Romfield.
And top assister? Assistant?
Playmaker, just say playmaker.
Playmaker.
MVP. Mugerwa.
Bro,
Brian Paul.
They cooked those stats from last
Cook
season.
yourself.
Your boss stats we saw the last season. Top scorer. It has to be Rome, but my boy just have a gut feeling that boy. A tapping merchant with his 2K haircut. He knows what to do in front of the goal. So, Rome, I'm backing Valence. I'm going with Jose Musinguzi. Playmaker of the season.
Has to be from the same team.
Yeah, Pema. I'll go with Pema.
Pema. Okay. Finale predictions. I still feel. Of course, I can't say my own team, so I'll go with. Omujuma and Kalili. They are the strongest teams in the league.
Once more.
Banshera.
Who is on the final?
If it's not in Shera, it will be Kalele and Omujuma.
Thank you.
And the top scorer will be Romfield, no doubt. Top assister will be Pema. Kim Jong Mukama Wesente Pema.
With 30.
So guys, thank you very much for today. Thank you, President, for being with us tonight.
It's been a pleasure.
And we hope to host you once again with other people. Our dear viewers and listeners, don't forget to support Online Chupa, your #1 distributor of the good things, not only alcohol, but even soft drinks and everything. You have a party, you have just a call away. And of course, our guys behind the camera, Pick Shots Photography.
If you're in a rush,
And
you have
want
to
get
fall in
married.
love. If you need to get married, if you need to get wedded, if Big Shots does not capture it, forget about it.
You will show it at the end.
Big Shots for it.
Pick
By
Shots
no bad
Photography.
shame.
Thank you very much and good night.